a country with more than 7,100 islands, 36,000 kilometers of coastline, 2 million square kilometers of ocean waters, center of marine biodiversity. This is the Philippines, a country with an ocean blessed with rich marine resources that is teeming with life. Almost 2 million Filipinos looks up to the seas for their livelihood, and 80% of Filipinos depend on its marine products for their daily sustenance. But due to climate change, overfishing, and destructive illegal fishing, the marine resources of the Philippines is under threat. To protect and enrich the marine resources of the Philippines, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, through the leadership of Director Eduardo Gongona, launched the first National Anti-Illegal Fishing Summit last October, held in Pasay City, to intensify the fight against illegal fishing.
As the lead agency mandated to prevent, deter, and eliminate all forms of illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, the Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, in behalf of Secretary Manny Piñol, we are very happy and honored to convene stakeholders in this first National Anti-Illegal Fishing Summit with a theme, kapag karagatan ng munisipal ay inalalayan, sasagana ang yamang dagat ng buong sambayanan. In collaboration with the Department of Interior and local government, the first National Anti-Illegal Fishing Summit aims to convene stakeholders, especially the local government units, to discuss the illegal fishing situation of the Philippines and harmonize existing programs of the national government, including the maritime law enforcement agencies and local government units, on the prevention, deterrence, and elimination of illegal fishing. The Bureau firmly believes that in order to address the problem of IUU fishing, collaboration is important.
This summit will gather Philippine local government executives, national agency officials, non-government organization, the academe, and the fishery sector to strengthen its partnership and cooperation against illegal fishing.
For all we know, illegal fishing is a very complex issue because illegal perpetrators and operators deal with it and take advantage of the weaknesses of the implementation of our fishery laws. The implementation of these fisheries laws is very important, and this is supposed to be a shared responsibility from among the concerned national government agencies, from our local government units, down to the community, especially the fisher folks. So together, we should work hand in hand in the enforcement of these laws and policies.
Ever since the enactment of the recently amended Fisheries Code, the enactment of Republic Act 10654, an act to deter, eliminate illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing, your Bureau, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, have started to intensify its campaign against IUU fishing. We have increased sanctions and penalties for violations, as well as adopted other relevant regulatory frameworks and conservation measures of the Philippines fisheries resources.
Proving that through perseverance and firm commitment of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, the protection of our marine resources can be assured. The aim of this summit is to formulate strategies for soft enforcement approach by means of social marketing and mobilization. It will also be a venue to strengthen the efforts and form alliances between interagency law enforcement parties such as the ILG, Philippine Coast Guard, Philippine Maritime Police, and the Philippine Navy to combat illegal fishing. It also aims to harmonize policies on the utilization, protection, and conservation of municipal waters, and talk about criminal and administrative prosecution issues, and ultimately to come up together a resolution reflecting the commitment and aspiration of fisherfolk stakeholders in the fight against illegal fishing that will be presented to key government offices.
Pinapaabot ng ating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at ni Sampong ang kanilang pagmamahal sa ating lahat, lalo na yung ating mga kapatid sa pagsasaka at pangingisda. It is an honor to be in the presence of leaders, those who lead through action, those who have gathered today. Because by being here, all of you or all of us have shown that we are willing to act, to collaborate, to give our best ideas, to do our own rules, to do the best of our abilities to achieve the objectives of this summit in order to protect our constituents, our nation against the perils of illegal fishing. This you have done during the two-day summit, and I know the positive impact of this collaboration will be felt beyond the four corners of this hall. I am confident that the fishing industry has the support of this administration. At the same time, I have high hopes and actions that will protect the interest of the greater good of the fisheries sector as a whole, like the strategic initiatives that have been formulated during this summit. We will do our best to ensure that the following matters will be realized.
For its part, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources has deployed more than 100 floating assets in 24 of the country's major fishing grounds. Aside from the heightened maritime patrol and efficient implementation of the fisheries law, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, in partnership with the USAID, is developing the Electronic Catch Documentation and Traceability System, or ECDTS, the first of its kind in the Philippines, which will help eliminate illegally sourced seafood products.
With the procurement of the new floating assets and development of an electronic catch documentation and traceability system, the Bureau has taken large steps in intensifying its control, monitoring, and surveillance measures in order to guard the Philippine waters from IUUF.
Besides enforcement, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, through its banner program, Malinis at Masaganang Karagatan, aims to restore, rehabilitate, and protect municipal waters.
The Bureau also believes that one of the key partners in intensifying the fight against illegal fishing are the local government units who take care of our municipal water. We have a battle cry right now in BIFAR, take care of the municipal water, we take care of the whole fishery industry. Indeed, it always follows that if we take care of the municipal waters, we take care of the whole fishing industry. Hence, awareness and incentive campaign on the coastal resource conservation is also important in achieving a concerted effort to combat, deter, and eliminate IUU fishing. The Bureau is now on its third year of implementation of the Malinis at Masaganang Karagatan program. the search for the country's best outstanding coastal municipality that exhibits best coastal resource management practices. MMK seeks to incentivize good coastal resource management practices by awarding winning local government units with funding for their fisheries livelihood projects. However, these efforts are not enough. There are still things that need to be done. One is the need to strengthen the PAR's institutional capacity to widen the implementation of its major management tools to prevent and deter IUU fishing. Second is the need to establish close collaboration between the government and the private sector in the implementation of appropriate plan of action that will address the country's deficiencies in the fight against IUUF. And lastly, the need to intensify institutional joint commitments among concerned national government agencies and regulating commercial fishing vessels in implementing control and surveillance measures. That is why it is important that through this summit, we can harmonize our effort to fight illegal fishing. Rest assured that the Department of Agriculture, under the leadership of Secretary Manny Piñol, will intensify its engagement to prevent, deter, and eliminate illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing to achieve resilient, sustainable, and globally competitive fisheries sector.
Being in the center of marine biodiversity, the Philippines has a moral obligation not only to itself, but the whole of humanity to protect and enrich our marine resources for future generations.